I'm the manager.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Play the Hits. This is Spoopy October in November. And Nick, it looks like we're probably gonna have to go dumpster diving with these guys.
Schlocktober's over. Why are we still playing this?
Schlockvember. Schlovember.
No, you're thinking of November.
I don't have anything clever.
Let's see here. So we are, what, on chapter 3 now?
I don't know.
I already made my C.K. Lewis joke for the other character. I
Yeah.
got nothing.
We're burnt out on that already. I'm just looking around for coffee thermoses to steal.
What's C.K. Lewis up to these days?
I don't know. Didn't he molest someone? Or
No.
get molested?
No. It was a bit more consensual than that. I think he's like having a comeback tour, but it's mostly just about making fun of the Parkland shooting survivor kids.
Well, I don't think you need to have a comeback tour from consensual sex, Nick.
Well, I mean, how consensual is it when you're their boss? All right, I guess I'll sleep with you.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
you
guess
said
I
to,
can
so-
stomach that for a raise, sure.
I can't say no, and that's kind of like a yes.
Remember,
Hollywood's
gentlemen,
awful.
15 no's and a yes is yes. Remember when Family Guy was funny?
Nope. I don't recall that ever being the case.
I don't remember shit. Hey,
I
coffee
always get
thermos, I
Seth
called it.
Rogen and Seth Green mixed up, but then I remember it doesn't matter because neither is funny.
Yeah.
So is your wife in that boat? Why is there a boat in the middle of this trailer park? Why are we looking for your wife in this trailer park?
Nick,
what is any of this?
The second half of this game is just restoring this boat and taking it out on the lake for some quiet contemplation.
Yeah, BoJack Horseman already did that, but then he burned it down.
Hey, that's the boat they shot Fredo on. You know, I would follow
yeah,
Randolph
I
if
forgot
Randolph
about
would
that.
move a little faster.
That was an okay movie.
Godfather 2?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love Godfather 2. I think it's as good as the first one. I mean, not better, but...
I've watched Godfather, I think, twice. It's a good movie, but there's always just so much going on, and there's every scene is so dense. I almost prefer Goodfellas because it's more of a easier watch.
Yeah, certainly both of the Godfathers are not really movies that you can watch once and get like the full... and I think that's just kind of due to their sheer length. Any movie that goes past the 3-hour mark is going to be kind of unapproachable.
That is about the only movie I tolerate that in. I remember the last 3-hour movie I watched in theaters was, I think, like The Hobbit Part 1, subsection 3. Anyways.
Smog does his taxes.
Yeah, there you go. That was like 3 hours, and then like at the 2-hour mark, I was just sitting there like, "Oh my god, is this over?"
Wait a minute, Smaug, you're sitting on how much gold, and you're not even investing it.
He
It's
was
just in a
sitting on
cave.
all the gold that Disney took in for Avengers: Infinity War.
Right.
I think.
I can't possibly file this. You haven't claimed any of this. Is this post-tax income? Because holy shit. I don't even know where to begin.
I heard that they're going to consider making a trilogy of the Similarian. Have you heard this,
really?
or did I imagine this?
No,
Which sounds like a horrible idea.
I'm good with the Amazon mini-series, to be honest. Oh, I guess we're talking to Rose. Wow, Rose is... Look at this, look at this, look at this. I'm about to knock, and there's Rose. She's just standing there on the other side. Oh.
In full uniform.
Oh, dear.
It's meant to be creepy,
that's
never
the
mind.
least strange thing that could have happened.
I'm so glad you're here.
Never mind, this is meant to be creepy.
Oh,
Boy, these voice actors,
yes.
it's like they're not even
Yes.
trying, right?
Please come in.
Does she have a Fitbit 5 years before Fitbits were a thing?
How old are Fitbits?
Not 10 years old.
Really?
Yes,
Not at that size.
That's
I understand. I know what you need. From
You know,
to
no
inspire
one's thinking there's something a little off here.
I like how the animation suddenly got a lot better now that we're in a cutscene.
Right? Oh, That's for fucking Barry. Fuck.
Wait, who wants to poison you?
This waitress who was vaguely attracted to me at the beginning of the game.
I guess this is all part of the origami killer's plan.
Right.
Wait, hold on.
Nick, when are we playing Heavy Rain? Oh.
Well, looks like we got to finish this first.
I've been thinking about that, actually. What do you want our next project to be? Because we've got to be rounding the corner on this.
Yeah, we're probably getting there. I had an idea written down somewhere. I forget what it was. It was a good, reasonably length game.
Nick, did you just happen to see Lucas from Resident Evil 7 in the TV just now?
Having played through Resident Evil 7 almost 7 times, no, I don't think it looked like him. But that would have been funny.
Because I thought it looked a hell of a lot like him, and I would love for this game to be a Lucas origin story.
That reminds me of all the hilarious F-bombs that were half-hearted and inappropriately timed in that game. Ethan's voice actor just did not care.
No. I'm trying to tell... Yeah, okay, that's a shrine to Alan Wake, but it seems like they got 4 different actors to play the 4 corners of Alan Wake.
Yeah, it doesn't at all look like him. I don't know.
Like, which one of these 4 random men looks the most like this guy?
Why are the 2 on the top dressed up like the Mads from Mystery Science Theater?
Right? I see top right is discount Tom Cruise. Bottom left is discount... crap. Who is that guy in Zodiac? He was also the Prince of Persia. Help me out here.
I don't think I watched either of those movies.
You never saw Zodiac?
No.
That was a hell of a good movie.
I'm not really into slasher murder.
Oh, it's not. It's not at all a slasher.
Is it not based on the Zodiac Killer?
Yes, but there's precisely one scene where he kills somebody.
Oh, well. Bye, Barry.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
Well, yeah, if you got any.
And he proceeds to immediately pass out once again.
Right, he drinks the same damn coffee. Ah, crap.
It was good coffee.
It's real good coffee.
Thank you.
Huh, this is the world's best cup of joe. Just like the sign says. Leave the trailer, leave your friend.
It's not a bad-sized trailer.
Look at Barry here.
It's while it is hilarious, the texturing on the chair is surprisingly good and had just completely caught my attention.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when you see Xbox 360 games on the PC, and there's like some textures that they very clearly upscaled, and then some others that they very clearly didn't.
It's like looking at the weird texturing on Mario's jeans for Mario Odyssey.
Right?
Why did that look so good?
Like a hell of a lot of love went into this chair. Not so much on the carpet. 1080p? Nope. 360p.
That's a 10 meg sprite. Blown up and resized.
Remember when Skyrim first came out and we would like take my laptop and just see how far we could push it with mods?
Yeah, and that was 10 years ago, imagine.
We got that game looking pretty damn good, though.
Was that? No, good lord, that was probably closer to 12 years ago.
No, Skyrim was 2011.
Was it?
Yeah. Because I remember we actually went and picked it up on release date, and then I drove all the way fucking back to my dorm in a snowstorm just so that I think that was the last game that I actually bought as a physical disc for the PC.
Uh-huh.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air, and let me tell you.
Boy, are my arms tired.
Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in
Now
bed.
you've got me thinking.
Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all.
Yeah, okay, maybe it was.
I remember
really
quite
that
vividly.
Game hit a 10-year mark, but
Well, over the course of the last 9 years, it has been ported and re-released
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been re-released so many times.
More times than your average game.
Well, I mean, it is a Bethesda property.
But you know, they didn't really do that with Oblivion or Morrowind to that same extent. Oblivion got a few ports.
They've done absolutely nothing with Morrowind. There's
Morrowind got a hell of a good fan remake, but that was about it. Get to the car. Oh, I actually have an objective here. I thought I was just digging around.
That's the funny thing about Morrowind is aside from the Morrowind overhaul project, like Skywind and Morrowind made in Oblivion, like these really big graphical mods get like 25% done and then abandoned at some point. Oh, hey,
Blur.
Wait, whose name is Hemingway?
I don't know. I think this guy's dicking me over, though. Oh! Okay, just open fire on a civilian who's unarmed. I'm not even black. What's going on?
Gunfire.
Wait, is this the Matrix now? What the fuck, Nick?
I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac.
You know, I like this game, but I can't help but feel like people were just maybe a little easier to impress 11 years ago.
The bar was lower.
But I mean, like, everything that I heard about this game, this is like the pinnacle of storytelling in video games.
I've never heard anybody say that.
But that's what
I always heard to it referred to it as an interesting yet flawed product, unique for its time, which it was.
Really? Because the reviews I read talked about this thing like it was the fucking second coming of Christ.
Did you happen to read those reviews on IGN? And were there advertisements for the game right there in the review?
No, I read the reviews like 6 months ago. What do you... But no, I don't know. I think I read GameStop. I think I watched one on YouTube. People, this game is a darling, from what I understand. You know, it'd be great if I could sprint. That would really help me in escaping the police.
It's a darling too, but for a selective slice of audience,
I can't sprint.
Well, no, because you got to listen to them talk at the same time.
He's running at a very leisurely pace. Wow.
Well, I mean, you compare this to anything else that was out at that time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Fair.
I mean, like, what's better, this or Clock Tower?
No, but you're right. This game came out right at the apex of the brown-gray shooter craze.
Yeah, I was just going to say, the thing that made this game unique is that it wasn't necessarily a brown-gray shooter.
Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of gray right now, but at least it's atmospheric.
Once you get into forage, it's just evergreen and beige.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking about brown-gray shooters, I think Bethesda is finally going to announce their remake of the Mass Effect trilogy.
Oh, is that right?
Yep. I mean, the only thing I care about is the first two games, but...
Huh.
Oh, all right. That's a thing.
All right. So the monster from Lost is here.
Sasquatch.
This whole game is just fucking Sasquatch dicking with you. Is it still escape the police as my objective? Because I think it's done. Crisis averted here, you know? Also, maybe it's just that we've been talking through most of the plot, but, like, I'm not getting, like, a coherent, like... Is the old lady the villain? Is, Dale Gribble
none
the
of
villain?
that seems to have been set up particularly well. I think the problem is the plot is interlaced with,
Shadow monsters.
Schlocky third-person shooter bits.
Speaking of which...
It has a good setup, but it just doesn't grab you very well.
Yeah, no, the setup was fantastic. The first episode that we shot of this was my favorite, hands down. Like getting into the village, setting up the mystery, your wife going missing. That was all really well done. And
I guess the thing for me is I don't quite understand the bit about his wife going missing. Ergo, it's a little.
well,
difficult to follow.
As far as I understand it, the big mystery that you're meant to be piecing together is Alan Wake insane and he's responsible for the disappearance of his wife, or is there actually some kind of like occult conspiracy going on?
Okay, I gotcha.
Because so far there's evidence for both. I mean, clearly the old lady is something, but are they all just figments of Alan's imagination to, like, justify... Is this the fucking Scarecrow boss fight with a helicopter?
No, it's the Datadyne helicopter.
Oh!
The Perfect Dark.
Oh! They got guns!
They're just gonna open fire on you?
What was meant to scare me right there? Alright. Wait, are those birds taken down? They are.
Oh, alright.
Those birds are wrecking that helicopter.
They got their reasons.
It's a weak-ass helicopter. Oh god, a single pigeon got lodged in the propeller. He made the sacrifice play. We weren't expecting it. Alright, now we're in Firewatch. This is cool.
I was gonna say we're in the watchtower on Until Dawn, but no, yours is more apt.
All right. Okay, let's see the scary face jump up in front of the... Oh wow, that's gotta suck.
They might have survived.
Can you imagine, like, the last
There's no
moments of your
ejection
life?
seats on a helicopter, is there?
Like, you're in a helicopter, right? You're firing like a 50 caliber machine gun at one unarmed man, and all of a sudden some fucking birds come and end your life.
Given the safety rate on helicopters, anyways, I think you just kind of expect that when you go out, you might not come back.
Yeah, right. You roll the dice a little bit every time you get into a whirlybird. Who's Mulligan? Am I supposed to know who Mulligan is?
Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk.
Nah, I can't be bothered to care. Sounds like we're gonna have to deal with a guy named Wheeler at some point.
I'm sure he'll transform into like a shadow monster, and he'll be like the final boss.
Yep.
See the lights at the radio station.
You know, that's what they wanted to do with the Elusive Man from Mass Effect 3.
Oh yeah, they were gonna turn him into an actual monster. That's right.
Yeah, instead of just a metaphorical monster.
You know, my problem with Mass Effect 3's ending wasn't that it was more dialogue based for the final confrontation. It's that the dialogue itself was shit.
Yeah, it was just a bad idea executed in the poorest way possible. It wasn't even like an avant-garde idea done poorly. It was just all around. But then again, it was a meh ending to a meh game, so...
Oh, shit! Kate is angry.
It's electrified with evil.
Electrified with evil. Blinding me with science!
Those were words that just came out of my mouth.
You're blinding me with science.
Thankfully, you can just walk around. No, you got to destroy the evil gate.
Okay, I don't even have my flashlight. But no, like...
You have your gun?
Nope. But no, Fallout 3 gave you the option to just talk your way out of the final boss, and I thought that was fairly well done, you know?
No, that was, even though that was a game that essentially sold you the true ending as DLC later on. Yeah, I like that you could just talk down Colonel Adam.
Like, you're right, I am being an asshole.
So wait, wasn't his words something like, wait, so you're not going to shoot me if I walk out of here?
And then you shot him as you walked out.
Just for saying that, I let him go.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I have never seen a single game or movie end like this before. I'm just going to let him go. I told him I wouldn't kill him.
The first time I shot him and I lost the respect of my peers and they made me get in the nuclear chamber. The second time I let him go and I made my companion get into the machine.
No.
I mean, quite unwillingly.
I think, what is it, like, Fox and Chiron both are immune to the radiation, so for them it's like, you know...
Is Chiron the big green dude?
No, Fox is the big mutant, and then Chiron was a ghoul.
Oh, Chiron was a ghoul. Okay.
And I've never had any other followers, so yeah. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel.
Blinding me with science.
Hey, maybe you can help me with the basic math issue that I don't understand.
We'll see.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna see if this does a thing.
Did the thing.
Oh, okay. You sanctified it. So, did Trump lose the election, or what's going on with that? I don't
dear
understand.
God.
I don't understand.
Well, no, he hasn't lost it yet. He seems to be trying to sue his way into the White House, from what I can tell, which I didn't know was an option, frankly.
Oh, let me introduce you to a small Supreme Court case called Gore v. Bush. Actually, I don't think that's what it was called, but you get the point.
No, but it did pop. You're right. That election did popularize the term recount in the social consciousness, but nowhere near on the scale that we're seeing here. Like, basically, Trump is just saying anytime there is a state that started in his favor and then shifted to Biden, it is automatically criminalized, and so it must be prosecuted.
Let's not pretend that there's anything unusual here. I mean, everyone Trump runs against has a mental disease of some kind, and everyone who says something wrong about them is a loser. I mean, he picks a fight with anything he doesn't like, so this is just par for the course.
I saw this great meme. You know how one of his favorite tactics is to attach like pet names to everybody, and for Joe Biden, it's Sleepy Joe. There was a great meme of Biden, and he's it's the end of the first Godfather, and it's Clemenza slipping the garrote around Carlo's neck, but it's Biden's face plastered over it, and Trump's being garroted, and he goes, "Who's sleepy now, bitch?"
Oh gosh, that's cute.
I thought it was pretty good. Hello, Carlo.
Yeah,
that was my favorite line in the whole movie. Hello, Carlo.
I mean, the lawsuits aren't really an issue because most all of them are being almost immediately dismissed out of hand by the courts. I think NPR put it best when they said these are basically just press releases with slight court briefings.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. I mean, he's just stalling for time.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think...
Well, I mean, it's actually a brilliant move.
I don't think it's brilliant. I think it's malicious.
It is an absolutely brilliant move because what he's doing is he's building up his brand.
No, I think what he's trying to do more than anything is get his base riled up to the point of violence. I think the only hope he has is to start riots, and then I'm not
sold on the idea that he cares to be president for another 4 years with the pandemic. I think he wants to set himself up to be a aggrieved president in exile, so that he can launch Trump TV in February.
I don't think he has that kind of foresight.
No, I don't know.
I also don't think his ego could handle the loss.
It won't be his ego, because he, in his own mind, will still be president. He just won't be in the White House, and he'll be prepping for his next White House run in 4 more years. No, I can see him trying to play the long game.
I can't. I don't think Trump is capable of the long game.
Well,
I think what he wants...
You're probably right, because every time I give him credit for a quotation mark brilliant move, it turns out, no, it was more surface level than what I thought.
Yeah, no, I think what he's doing is the most heinous thing I've ever seen. He is purposefully...
He's not playing three-dimensional chess. He has enough trouble playing checkers.
Yeah, right. But, like, what's going on is that he is hoping that he can bully his way back into office the way that he has for pretty much everything he's ever done.
I hate to admit it. My idea is more exciting, but yours is probably more true to reality.
He's stirring up the base so that they go out with their guns and their freedom to, protect his campaign, which they clearly won.
Waiting for the first person to get shot so that he can say, "Look what they've done."
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. If Joe Biden had just conceded when it was clear that I was going to be the winner, no one would have died.
But overall, I mean, it seems like Biden has a pretty airtight case. I mean, even in all the areas where a recount would be mandated, which I believe is any state that's won with a percentage point of 1% or less.
Correct, yeah.
Even then, he seems to have a really strong case for still carrying those states anyways.
Yeah.
Not that it matters if he gets Georgia or Pennsylvania, because all he needed in the first place was Nevada.
But Nevada can't seem to count 2,000 votes. I mean, have you seen the turnout in Nevada? It's like 40,000 compared to like other states' millions, and they've been hanging on for 4 days.
I've been watching Nevada for 3 days, and it's been logged to like 85% of the vote cast. I'm like, what's going on here? Why is this not done yet?
Oh,
but, yeah. Honestly, I really thought that while I was listening to this on NPR and as everything shook out, I really thought Trump had won. I thought the Republicans were going to sweep the board.
That's what it really looked like at first, and I was just distraught. But I did not expect Pennsylvania or Georgia to shift at all. I mean, and it's still possible Trump could win one or both of those, but I didn't expect them to shift, period.
Then again, I mean, Nevada might not be finished counting until 2021. So.
Right.
But yeah, what a weird last few days. I find that even with the Titanic struggle going on now, I'm just kind of like, I was really into this Tuesday, but
right. But you know, like I'm you're right. I'm kind of sleepy on it right now, but I still think there's the chance that when even one of those states calls it for Biden, that there's a real possibility that violence could break out somewhere.
Well, there's already been a couple incidents like of averted crises.
Yeah, people banging on the doors and terrorizing poll workers. Like, what the fuck is that? I mean, that looks like democracy.
I mean, I was a poll worker Tuesday. Gosh darn it.
Well, yeah,
leave these people alone.
I hope no one was like banging on the door telling you to stop counting. I mean,
no,
Jesus
everybody
Christ.
was incredibly respectful. As a matter of fact, it was a great experience.
I mean, fuck Ohio for going red, but at the same time, I'm glad to hear that at least.
It seemed like for every 4 people who were voting, 3 were voting for Trump, but which was fine. Because
democracy.
As a poll worker, I was just so glad to see all these people vote who hadn't voted in like decades.
Right.
It was nice. It was a good experience.
Civilians are collateral. Everyone knows that. How many of these scenes are we going to be treated to? Alan Wake just like jumping fences and narrowly escaping.
And running from the police again.
Breaking rocks in the hot sun. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law just kind of gave up and stopped chasing me.
It was probably good.
That's like Grand Theft Auto then.
Right. We just got to lower our star rating to 2 stars and we're fine. So the gimmick for this part seems to be I don't get a gun. I just have to be frugal with my light and flashbangs and just run my way past all these enemies. Oh, never mind.
Okay, wow. There's the boys.
We're cool. We're cool.
This game is really making me nostalgic for Condemned.
Yeah, I can see that. It does have the same kind of, atmosphere. It looks like he's just being chased by a bunch of disgruntled park rangers.
Maybe that's what they are.
Oh, hey, I got a gun. Alright, never mind that thing that I just said.
Maybe there is no theme to this. Maybe they just didn't give you your gun for this particular section.
Right. Yet. Oh, God. Like I said, the pacing of this game is such that, like, these sections are really just kind of the in-between to the parts that I care about.
Have I?
Say that again?
Have I made a Luigi's Mansion joke yet?
It's been an episode or two.
I feel like I probably did that the first episode. Never mind. Yeah, maybe you can just like run from these guys. Maybe you don't have to kill every undead. No, they just catch up with you, I guess. All right.
Oh!
Oh, that was nicely done.
You know, it doesn't feel super impressive, though, when I do it.
Man, I could go for a big Marco's pizza right now.
Right? The aiming is so loosey-goosey in this that it's just not satisfying. Marco's Pizza, you say?
Hey, Marco's Pizza. Technically, they're still open, but I don't think I want 11 o'clock pizza.
Oh, come on, that's the best pizza. You're gonna hate me, though. We got Homie Hot Pot this evening.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yes, I really look forward to you finally getting your ass over here so we can return to that place.
Well, I had to burn up all my vacation time to volunteer as a poll worker and then go to a health fair the next day.
Unacceptable.
Oh, that's right. That place delivers now, too, doesn't it?
Yes. Well, for the duration of the pandemic, anyway.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, that surely can't last much longer.
The darkness controls the taken. Huh, no shit.
That's some good penmanship, by the way.
Yeah, so surprisingly for being written in, like, what, shadow ink or something. You know, I remember when that invisible ink stuff came out. That like you write on it and then you shine like a light on it or something, and like you can see the message that was written. I used it on a 5th grade math textbook, and I drew a big old penis. I'm kind of wondering if anyone ever like just read that same math book by candlelight or something and was treated during one of the subsequent years with a giant penis.
Well, if it was a math book, rest assured that was probably cycled out after 1 year.
Yeah, right.
I don't know why our history books are always 30 years old, but then math is always cycled out every year. No, this is new math now.
New math.
2 plus 2 still equals 4.
Connor's in kindergarten, and I'm at about the edge of what I can help him with his math homework. I mean, he doesn't really have homework, but he'll come to me with like stuff he learned. I'm like, oh shit, dude. That's sorry, buddy.
I've only got a college education. I don't know if I can handle this.
I went to DC, buddy. You're gonna have to talk slower for daddy. But no, for real, like you get me past like basic like multiplication and division, and I'm less than useless.
Well,
Alice,
like I told my sister and my little brother, you know, you don't need to know how to do that stuff because you will always have a phone or a calculator with you. You will never be in a situation where you will ever need to do long division ever again.
Like, literally, unless math is going to be your profession, like, everything that you learn past the 2nd grade is superfluous.
She had called me.
Very much so. Very much so.
And this is coming from an accountant.
You know, accounting isn't even necessarily all numbers, but more or less hypotheticals. It's more legality in theory than it is math.
You're really shattering the illusion here for me, Nick. I pictured you with like a pocket square and a calculator going to work.
That's why I went into accounting.
With your Star Trek lunchbox.
That's what I. That's why I went into accounting, and it turned out it's just not like that.
I can't tell if the bridge is Yep.
Yep. Kind of, sort of. Oh.
No, got me.
That wasn't part of the story, was it?
Nope. It would seem not. But, you know, there's got to be a good, like, running from a collapsing bridge segment.
Hey, confirm this for me. Is it true that Boba Fett's getting his own Star Wars series now?
I don't know if he's getting his own series, but he seems to be back if the season premiere of The Mandalorian is any indication. Which, for the record, I will say is the best hour of television I've watched this year.
Oh, that's right. I remember they did the really clever move of releasing just the one episode, right?
Yes.
That is the one thing I will never understand why Netflix didn't do that with The Witcher. Like, just piece it out episode by episode so they can get, like, maximum PR exposure.
What the fuck? What was that all about? Oh, come on!
Hoped I could find a car from there.
Really?
The physics, the Unity assets there killed you.
Well, I couldn't tell what was trying to kill me or what I was supposed to be trying to kill. Well, anyway.
I bet the solution to the puzzle involved light. Oh, okay. There's a train coming. You know, this game reminds me of another game. It reminds me of Lost Planet Extreme Condition. Now, there was a fun CE game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you want me to be doing?
It wasn't amazing. It was passable and fun.
Ow. What? Now, come on. What?
Oh,
it's just
like,
flying fucking garbage.
It's like one of those Zelda tile floors where all the tiles come up and fly in your face. You gotta just wait them out.
Only the solution in Zelda is just like hold up your fucking shield. This is like guess
Well, hold up
what
your shield,
can hurt you.
Chris.
Guess
Hold
what
up
can
your
hurt you.
shield.
Huh, okay, that was it, huh? But no, so the Mandalorian season premiere, really well done. It was kind of like a spaghetti western sort of vibe.
That's the way NPR described it.
It worked really well because you had like the gunslinger character and the kind of oh god, sorry, I'm killing my own.
This is a very poorly designed section.
This is not good because the physics are more wonky than dangerous. So you can't tell like what is actually coming at you and what's just like camera
It's not
fluff.
clearly described what you should be doing.
What I'm supposed to be doing, I think, is dodging the debris and aiming my flashlight at the gate, but I can't get close enough to the gate to make that happen.
I can't guarantee that.
Yeah. Let's give it a shot. Well, I could probably flashbang it. Let's try that.
Oh, that might be helpful.
I forgot I had those. But yeah, so it's basically like this big, like there's an unstoppable monster on the loose. Let's find a way to like rally together and kill it. And then when they do, you obviously know the big spoiler, which is Boba Fett. So
no one's ever really dead in the Star Wars universe.
No. But it's actually still fairly well done, all things considered. Because the way that they build up to him is there's a guy who has his armor, and you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. It's a great nod to... God damn. It's a great nod to Boba Fett, right? Like, there's this guy who's taken his armor and just kind of... I don't know what to fucking do. And he's kind of like... Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
And he's kind of like redeemed it, because he's not like an altogether bad character. He's a little dishonest, but, he's using the armor for good. And then at the end of the episode, they just show you straight up fucking, oh yeah, Boba Fett's still fucking out there. He just doesn't have his armor anymore.
Did we ever see what Boba Fett looks like without his armor?
In a manner of speaking, because of the prequels, you saw Jango Fett, whom Boba Fett is a clone of.
Oh, that's a valid point.
So they brought back the same actor that they used for Jango Fett, but now he's Boba Fett. Gotta be honest, this is not my favorite thing. Okay, cool.
You had more health.
Oh my god, dude.
No.
Could this be the last episode of Alan Wake?
I could find a car from there.
Because I'm just pissed off enough at this section. Like, I have precisely 2 tools in my inventory that are effective here: flashbangs and dodge, and I'm using both of them. And
maybe you gotta like use your light to disable each of the items and move forward slowly and carefully.
Well, when I tried that, it punished me pretty severely, with a whole hell of a lot more things coming at me at once.
Valid point. Okay, well, that was going well. Really eating through that flashlight battery, though.
Now, if I'm tripping over just random garbage...
I think it's hitting you from behind.
Yeah. And that's what's killing me. Not 100% sure if that's me sucking or if it's just questionable game design.
Yep, it's hitting you from behind.
So run forward, but constantly be looking back. So this is the pace I'm meant to be moving at, apparently. That's cool. I like that. I felt like this game and its like drawn out combat sections were moving a little fast for my blood.
Or they just find new ways every chapter to make you engage with the game.
No, that's not what's happening here. Because once again, we've already established that this is not exactly the game's strong suit, and yet it seems to be hell-bent on putting it front and center. Hey, flashlight mechanics. Hey, batteries that run out in 2 seconds. Not a fan, Nick.
You've gotten better at this part.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ!
Can you lower the difficulty?
I don't think so. I think this is the Rube difficulty.
I thought you put it on medium. I thought I remember making a comment about that.
Did I?
Oh, you know what? I don't think you can change that mid-game. I think it's
Oh, for God's sake, though. This sucks. This part sucks. It'd be different if like there was like something really obvious that I'm missing, like, oh, duh, Chris. Like this part has a solution if you just stopped and thought about it. But no, like they want me to be ducking and diving between all this debris. And you're, like, stuck in place, basically.
This train reminds me. Did you watch the movie Priest with me 10 years ago?
I don't think so, but describe it to me.
It was about, like... it was like, a movie about vampires and vampire hunters who worked for the church, and, like, the main character the main villain looked like John Marston.
Nice.
So we just treated it like a John Marston origin story?
Now what the fuck hit me there? Jesus Christ!
Are you able to, like, duck behind stuff for cover?
No. And I can't dodge either.
The farthest you've gotten. Good job.
Oh my God. Come on, man. Give me this. I need this. Wow, that fucking sucked. Why would I not want the heavy-duty flashlight?
How? This is like your upgrade to the super taser.
Is it just me, or is Alan Wake's monologue right here meant to explain to me why this section was fun?
No, I think they just had unused dialogue they had to put in somewhere.
Oh my God, what a... For real?
I mean, do you remember the Stephen King book where inanimate objects came to life and killed everyone? And then all of a sudden I just remembered that was a book. That was the Dixie Boys, where every inanimate objects came to life and killed everyone.
Cool.
So, what's that flashlight do?
It just lasts a little bit longer than the other flashlight. God, that was awesome. They pinned me to a fucking tree and raped me to death. That was cool.
Certainly not the protagonist.
Oh, Nick, my goodwill with this game may be running out, unfortunately.
It's the stop sign is a sign. I see.
Because once again, like, let's make like the meat of the game the least engaging part.
Can you shoot that red barrel to make it explode?
I don't know. We'll find out here. Christ almighty, dude.
Yeah, there's way too much going on here.
It's not even that. Like, I'm used to games that, you know, are all about, like... kind of panic combat, right? Like, you've got to maneuver between a lot of things going on at the same time. This game just doesn't do that well.
Well, no, that's what I meant, in that there's too many things going on for how this game controls.
Like, yeah, your character physically moves too slow for the level of action that it's insisting upon.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Okay, so you can shoot the red barrel things, though it doesn't look like it did me much good.
Didn't do a whole lot. Christ, oh fucking idiot.
I'm gonna shoot the barrel while I stand in front of it.
At this point, it's just fucking funny, because Alan Wake is just a fucking moron with a gun that he doesn't really know how to use. Also, I can't pick up the flashlight. That's cool. There we go. Why do you have to hold down B? Why not just tap B to pick up the goddamn flashlight, like everything else? Ugh.
And turn on the spawn monster button. There's also one of those containers to your left.
Yeah, I see it. Cool, but what's great is that the aiming is so ass that you can't fucking get it.
No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist.
Also, if I have to hear this line of dialogue one more time, I'm gonna fucking shove a Stephen King novel down Alan Wake's throat.
This game get a sequel? I don't remember.
It did, and it was like a throwaway sequel. It was called American Nightmare. Alright, well that's cool. I was trying to do it ahead of time and give myself an edge, but... Nope.
Now I gotta look that up.
Yeah, it was called Alan Wake's American Nightmare.
Alan Wake's American Nightmare.
It
like the original title, Alan Wake's Wet Hot American Summer.
Yeah, right. It took like all of the action that you loved about this game and completely did away with the boring atmosphere. Oh shit.
Oh my god, is that him on the front cover with the nail gun?
They redesigned him and made him like a handyman who uses various tools to disembowel zombies or something. But
so they made him Ash from Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna guess this is a joke game. This has to be a joke game.
No, it's not. They're quite serious. Why can't I stop aiming?
6 out of 10 on Steam. That doesn't really bode well.
So,
mixed reactions all around.
Alright, so for the rest of the game, I guess I'm just aiming now. That's cool.
Alan Wake is good. This game is not.
So, yeah, like, but the hilarious thing is, you can tell from this game, though, that the developers have no idea what it is that's, like, actually working for them.
Maybe there were just a lot... Maybe it was like a Deus Ex kind of situation where the teams working on it just weren't communicating, so that's why it feels like it's a bunch of different products stitched together.
But someone really seems intent on, like, yes, this is the next, like, major action franchise. So why can't I stop aiming?
Wow, this looks horrible.
This is probably my least favorite segment so far, and if it's any indication, I can only assume that the game is going to drive harder and harder into the, you know, bad action sequences. So, like, the game starts off very, very well, but I think by the end of it, I am going to be absolutely sick of it if I'm not already. And I don't feel like this is one of those instances of, like, Chris Beck being like, I really suck at action games, I just want it to be over. Like, I mean, you've seen me beat Doom, right? I can handle my way through a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Alan Wake's Wet Hot American
Right.
Summer. Sorry, I can't get that out of my head now.
Alan Wake presents Girls Gone Wild.
More like Girls Gone Mild.
Right.
Oh, wait, it's the Killdozer.
Well, at least that's something interesting.
And he brought birds with him.
That's what I'm supposed to be doing?
Oh, he's also got buddies. Okay. Yeah. Oh, no.
You ever seen a grown man take a bulldozer to the face?
Yeah, and be perfectly fine. But it wasn't the bulldozer that killed him, it was the guy with the stick.
Oh.
Stick to death.
I jammed my controller so hard that I knocked the trigger in on itself. Whoops. That's why we treat our hardware with compassion, boys and girls.
I'm amazed that to this day my Super Nintendo controllers are still functional. Is this the boss?
I don't know. And is this what I'm supposed to be doing? What I really want to know.
Still have flashbangs?
I just used my last one. Why do you ask?
Just curious. Maybe you're supposed to avoid? I don't know.
The game gives you no, like... It's like, here are your two tools. I hope you enjoy being woefully unprepared for any given situation.
I guess your objective is just to avoid the bulldozer and make it over to that gate with the flashing green button.
Alright. Let's try that.
I mean, that is my assessment.
Bulldozer!
You're alright. There's also a first aid kit to your left.
Sure is. Don't try to use it or anything, though. That's the wrong thing to do.
Hey, there we go. You gonna go through the... Oh.
Oh,
Okay,
hey, it did open, didn't it?
Yeah, I was a little curious.
Boy, this is unfun.
The situation has become suboptimal.
Yeah. Like, I enjoy a good challenge as much as the next guy, but damn.
Well, I guess we escaped the police.
I've never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine.
Wait, what? When did the coal mine?
I don't know why we're going to the coal mine. Oh my god, though.
Wasn't far now.
I feel like we did not make nearly enough progress this episode just because of that stupid bridge section.
Yeah, that kind of drug on and on.
That it did.
Today,
Bright
I would meet the
Falls.
kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I would
Welcome to
be a man
Buttfuck,
of
Montana.
choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Possibly Maine? We're not sure.
Go to the coal mine.
The coal mine
I hear
sure as
Biden's
shit
gonna
better be
shut
the
down
final
all the
dungeon.
coal mines.
And that's the other part. Go ahead.
Or was Biden gonna frack the coal mines? Or I don't remember. He was gonna end fracking and put coal back in the mines or something. I don't know.
He's gonna frack some coal.
Yeah, there you go.
So like that's the other thing too. Like at this point the narrative has taken such a backseat that I can't tell if this is meant to be like we're winding up for the finale or this is like the conclusion of the first act. Like I truthfully cannot tell.
Kind of just a series of events stitched together with no real rising action.
Yeah, that's the thing though. They really seem to think that like stringing together action set pieces is what is intriguing people about this game.
We just got to get the game to 5 hours of length. It doesn't matter how we do it.
I hope it's 5 hours because that would put us very near the end. Because what the
Oh, a vehicle
fuck?
section.
What's the camera doing? And why is it doing it?
It's the Mako all over again.
I'm like using the right stick to turn it, but when I turn it a little bit, it does that.
Why couldn't he just drive the car he brought here closer to the mine, and then we start there?
Well, that I will say that the game does explain. Remember, we left his Lincoln at the bottom of a lake.
No, he drove here with the car that he got at the end of the last chapter.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
All right. At this point, I don't give a fuck. This is not the greatest. Vehicle sections, flashlights, exploding bridges. It's
Oh god, I love I love the 2010s. Everything was so predictable.
Yeah, and you know, I gotta say, like, as much as I enjoyed the setup for this game, it's right now really reminding me why I was not a big fan of the 360/PS3 generation of games, with a few rare exceptions.
It's like video store roulette, you know? You go to rent a video for the weekend, and all you got to rely on is the box art for the cover, and you don't know what you're gonna get. Why is that a double bed?
Oh, maybe park rangers need some loving.
We're taking a long time to get to the fireworks factory. I mean, coal mine. Sorry, I was thinking about The Simpsons, and yeah.
You know, this beautiful mountain setup, I would love for the last level of this game to be the satellite from 007, GoldenEye.
Yeah, which was recently destroyed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a hurricane, and it destroyed the satellite, because I remember reading about it. The satellite's actually a part of like I want to say it's like a nature observatory.
I didn't realize that was a real thing. I always thought that was created just for that movie/video game.
Oh, no. Yeah, you could be forgiven for thinking that. The satellite itself is a part of, I want to say, an observatory.
No shit.
And that was, yeah, I mean, the antenna and all that stuff, though, I mean, that was just a miniature that was constructed to add to the set.
Well, sure.
Right, but yeah, that was an actual thing, but it was just destroyed in, I think, a hurricane recently in Cuba, so.
Well, see, now I don't consider this episode a waste, because I learned something.
Oh, yeah, I've got just bags and bags full of miscellaneous James Bond factoids. I'm saving them for if I ever end up on Jeopardy, so I can really do well on one category.
How many women did Sean Connery rape? Oh, I got it!
Quite a few when you go back and watch those. I remember, I think it was in Goldfinger, he just started beating on her until she slept with him.
You're going to sleep with me.
Which was pretty emblematic of a lot of relationships back then. So.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's not fair to the women, but it is a fair point. Oh, we've reached the coal mines. Nick, I'm thinking next time on Play the Hits, we are going to explore this hellhole. Hopefully get near the end of the game. I don't
God, we
know.
can't even just drive into the coal mine. We got to get to the coal mine before we go into it.
Yep. Nick, next time on Play the Hits, I'm going to take a wild shot in the dark here and say that there are going to be shadow monsters, a lot of them, and that we're not going to remember what the hell was the point of coming here. We will see you then.
This is the worst thing that's ever happened.